Are you going through some hard times, a difficult season, some suffering, some sorrows, some affliction, some adversity, some pain, some problems? Well, I've got good news for you today. Sometimes the tests, the troubles, the trials we go through are essential if we want to have a testimony. If we have no test, you have no testimony. The word testimony comes from the word test. And a testimony tells how God got us through the test and what God did through the test. Great example of this is Daniel chapter 6. You know the story. The king had made a decree. He was kind of tricked into it by the jealous cabinet members who were jealous of Daniel and his wisdom and effectiveness. So they got the king to sign a decree that anybody that prayed to anybody other than the king for 30 days would go into the lion's den. Well, Daniel prayed 3 times a day to his God, Yahweh. 3 times every day. So he didn't stop. He did what he always did, as was his custom. Daniel prayed to the Lord as was his custom. And of course they caught him. And of course they brought him before the king. And of course the king had to keep the law. So he sent him to the lion's den. So Daniel gets thrown into the lion's den. So you got the test. Don't pray to anybody other than the king. You got the trust. Daniel prayed to God anyway. You got the trial. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. And then you got the triumph. The Lord sent an angel to protect him. I can't wait to see the video of that. To see this angel and all these lions calm and quiet and not hurting Daniel at all. It's going to be amazing. Well, the Lord sent an angel to protect him. Daniel's enemies were destroyed as a result. The king said, "You guys are the ones that are a problem." So he threw them in the lion's den. And then he did an amazing thing. He testified to his entire nation. Now, no one's testimony would be more significant than the king. Daniel, he really didn't have a platform to give a testimony. He didn't have an opportunity. No one would listen to him. But the king, everybody had to listen. And it says in Daniel chapter 6, verse 23, "Then King Darius wrote to all peoples, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth." He was a world ruler, the biggest nation in the world. "Peace be multiplied to you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men must tremble and fear before the God of Daniel." He's giving a testimony of Daniel's God. Then he says, "He is the living God, and steadfast forever. His kingdom is the one that shall not be destroyed. His dominion shall endure to the end. He delivers, he rescues, he works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. He has delivered Daniel from the power of the lions." So this great testimony is given to every single citizen, the kingdom of Darius, which is the biggest kingdom in the world at that time. A huge testimony because Daniel had trust when he went through a test. You're going through a test right now? I want to encourage you to keep trusting God. Keep doing the right thing. Keep praying 3 times a day. Keep going to church. Keep serving God. Keep being faithful. You're in a big test. Encourage you to trust. And that's when God brings the testimony. So, you want to have a testimony? You want people to hear about God and be changed? Well, one way it happens is when we go through tests and we trust God, God gives the testimony. I'm Dave Earley. This is the type of Bible teaching we do every day, 5 days a week on Facebook. You can follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our page. I encourage you to share these videos with your friends, especially the ones that speak to you. Share it with others so that the testimony of God can be expanded over the whole earth.